Hey everyone, came up with another idea here for those of you that are having a hard time with money. There's a couple things that are no risk, little bit of money you can make just every day or every time the vendors reset, buying and selling stuff right back on the flea market. I'm going to start off with level one vendors. After that, you get into three and four. You got to have your vendors basically leveled up to be able to do some of this stuff. So we'll jump right into the first big thing that I like for brand new players to do that you can use to make money right out the gate or use it to get a gun. So as a level one vendor, Skier has this trade for a recordable or rechargeable battery. Get an 8R. Now these rechargeable batteries. First off, we'll look at their 8R, right? So 8Rs are selling for. We'll look at completed guns. 8Rs are selling for 21 to 24,000. If you put it up for 22, 23, you're going to sell it most of the time pretty easy. Now, you can also break this gun down and sell it for parts if you're trying to get your vendors up. But in order to get it, it just costs you that one battery, which you can buy those for 12,000. So right there's a $10,000 or 10,000 ruble profit you can make once every cycle with Skier. Once every time his thing refreshes, you can do this trade. And that's right out the gate. You can do that the beginning always. Another one you can do to make some money, and this kind of rule of thumb follows with most any items that are limited. Like if you can only bore four or five of them per round, not necessarily a barter, even purchase, but water. You can buy that at level one, and I've got a discount. But if you look at this in the flea market, it changes up and down. But a full bottle of water, which will fix this so that we're only looking at full ones, they sell for 13 to 14,000. So you can buy your five from her that you are allowed to buy, limit of five, turn around and sell them, make maybe 10,000 more rubles off of that. So there's another thing you can do. Now, each one of these things is not a huge amount of money, but when you're starting out and it's hard to get a hold of rubles, all the stuff little helps. So you log in, spend 5-10 minutes blowing through all of these, putting them up on the flea market and doing your thing, a little bit of extra money. The next one is also a very, very good trade. And it's with Ragman, level one, and it's the 6B47 helmet, 2 bleaches. Now, you can make these pretty cheap. Pretty reliably, you can make bleach for right around, say, 8,000 per. So for 6,000 or 16,000 in materials, at minimum, you're getting a helmet. And these helmets sell brand new for 25,000 all day long. And you need these for a quest. So they're constantly churning over. This is a fantastic item to barter with and get. You can make 10,000 off each, and each cycle he does that, and you can buy 4 of these things with the bleach. And even if you come in here and go and look, quite frequently bleach is cheap enough to make this make sense. So, see right there, you can buy it for cheaper than you can make it. 7,000. Buy yourself 8 bleaches real quick. Keep them below, say keep them below 9,500, and you're gonna make plenty of money. Buy those helmets every cycle, sell them off. Boom, there's another, let's say 40 to 60,000, depending on how cheap you get your bleach or if you're making it. And that's pretty much it for the level one stuff. So we'll go on to level two traders. One of the good ones that's out of Skier. Again, a lot of guys use this. It's not a quest item specifically, but they use it for quests because it's good for a shotgun quest. So this tactical choke, you can buy 5 of these things every cycle with him. They only cost 3,000, so they're super cheap. But you can almost double your money on them, and sometimes more. Depending on how many people are doing this, say 7,000-8,000. So you're gonna take 15,000 and turn it into 30 minus your flea market fee every cycle. So you buy 5 of those, throw them up real quick. So 2 more out of Ragman that are good to barter with every day because of their quest items are these 2 Unitar helmets. Now you can eventually buy these from Peacekeeper for dollars, but it's a lot of money, and people are always looking for these things for a quest. So we'll put it to 100 to get our price figured out. So you can sell full ones for say 40 to 45,000, and in order to barter for it, you need 3 of these energy, the max energy drinks, and then the helmets. You need 2 of these glasses, and these sell for 6,000 to 8,000 a piece. and the helmet sells for like 30. So you can do the math there. You know, you're more than doubling your money if you go and buy these off the flea market, and turn around and sell these guys. And you can do 3 of them per cycle. And this one you can only do 1 per cycle, but you're taking 3 energy drinks. You're selling this for 45,000. So if you're doing your energy drink at 10,000, buying 3, so we'll even say this, so you get into the 25, we'll say 35,000 range. You're still doing pretty good when it comes time to sell this vest. If you're paying 35 to 40,000 and you're selling it for 45, there's a little bit of a margin in there. Again, not big, but you do this every time you log in, or you've got downtime, or you're waiting on your buddies in between raids. It's a little bit extra money, and before you know it, you've got hundreds of thousands of extra rubles. So that's kind of it for level 2. I'm gonna lump 3 and 4 together just because there's a bunch of them. Some of the really good ones are level 4 mechanic, are the magazines. They're limited items. Some of them are barters. Like, these are very inexpensive. You can do 5 of these. These cost 10 to 15,000 a piece, and this thing sells for 22,000. So you're making 8 to 10,000, so 50,000 on your whole process. If you buy 5 of these things, you go buy yourself 5 GM counters, get yourself 5 X14s. You're also able to do it with these guys. Same kind of deal. Those things are worth, we'll look at them here in a sec, but you're selling these for, say, 16,000, 15 to 16, kind of depending on where them. And check these, obviously, before you buy stuff, but that's kind of where you're at with those. And if we go look at G-Phone, broken G-Phone, kind of breaking even right now. This morning, G-Phones were up for 10 to 12,000. Buy those up, swap them for your FAL magazine. Or if you're using them, this is a better way to get your magazines versus going and buying them, because you don't have to worry about the vendor trading fee. And then our last one that I like in here is so here's one that's a level 1 that I missed. Is these VOG 17 Katatabaka grenades. Now they kind of vary a little bit. So to get one of these things is just a fuse. You trade a fuse for it, and they've kind of come down in price. They were making a bunch of money the other day, so just keep an eye on them. You buy the fuse, and you get a 1-for-1 trade out of that for these grenades. So you can make, these were selling for 25,000. They've come way down now, and I suspect that's because people are seeing how they can do this. But at the very end of the day, you can get grenades for 12 to 13,000 and sell them for 15 to 16. So Peacekeeper, he has a couple of good barters with magazines as well. These magazines right here are 2 circuit boards. These things sell for, they're pretty cheap right now, but upwards of 30,000 usually. But we'll look at them and say they're selling for 27,000, right? You can get yourself a circuit board for 9 to 12,000. So you're making a couple of thousand off each one of those you do. And there again, you're limited to 5. Another really good trade in here is this FN5 pistol. So you can sell these FNs for, say, looks like right here, we're selling for upwards of over 30,000. Well, that's the beauty of this. You can do 3 of these a day, and these GP coins are going for 25,000. So you're making 6 or 7, sometimes more. Sometimes you can get these a lot cheaper. But that is one of the better trades in my mind for these, because it's quick and simple. There's some out there that can make you a little bit more money, but you throw these pistols at these, sell them or keep them, and that's the biggest bang for your buck. Also, your PMAG D60s. These things work out really well because those filters sell for right around 20,000, if not less. And these PMAGs sell for lots more, 35. So this is one of the better ones out there. Again, you're limited to 4. We'll go look here real quick at the filter. It's right there, 20 to 22,000, and you're selling for 34, making 10,000 usually per. So there's another 40,000 you can make right there. Another one that comes back to bleach. All these bleach barters are actually pretty good. It's with Ragman. Again, this is level 4, but you can trade your Mystery Ranch backpacks for 7 bleaches. Now that comes out to be right around, we'll say 65,000 on the high end. A little bit less, usually 60,000. But these guys sell for almost 90. So throw a couple of bleaches every time this cycles out. You can only do one of these one of these per refresh, but buy one of these right now. So boom, 7. So right around 8,000 times 7, 56,000 rubles right there to buy that. And I can turn around and sell it, and we're gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it cheap just so I can sell it fast. But we'll sell it for 88,000. 3,000, so we're getting it for 85, and it cost us 54 to make. There's 31,000 right there. Boom. And that thing should sell pretty quick at that price. And all it took was a little bit of bleach. The other bleach trade, beside the 6B47 element, is the TV 1110s, also out of Ragman. There's your barter. So 4 bleaches, 2 shampoos. So right here, 8,000. You're 32,000 in bleach to buy this thing. Sells brand new. We'll say 80,000 on the low end. You get yourself some shampoo. You can make this if you want. I don't, because I'm always making bleach. So you just end up buying it, but it's not very expensive. So right there, we'll say there's another 31,000 plus the 36 we're in for 72,000 right now to get that vest. And we're going to turn around and make 15,000 off of it, give or take. 100%. We'll sell her for 84,950 with 72,000. Say round up to say 75, so you're making 20,000, 17,000 off of that trade. And that's with prices right now. If you do it right. Yep, see, there goes the mystery back. Mystery Ranch backpack sold right there, and you're making money. I haven't run a whole lot of raids. I've actually lost gear, and I just finished the 50,000 euro quest, which wiped out my, it was like 7 million rubles or whatever it is. Wiped out my stash, how many rubles I had, and I'm already back up to 4.5, and that's just using this. And then the trick for my other video, I'll show you guys with selling bleach and waters. I'll link at the end of this one, so you guys haven't seen that, you can go watch it. So that's kind of it. There are others out there. These are the ones that I like that are pretty much the most straightforward. Obviously, buying ammo and flipping ammo is another good way. It's a lot of people do it. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. Jaeger. Here's another one that's really crazy that works out. And again, you got to watch your helix prices. But this Reaper scope for 10 helixes, this is good. This is super good. So your Reaper usually sells for 215 to 220. It just kind of depends on how many people are buying them and how many people are finding them in raid. So when you're selling this thing for the 215, you're paying roughly 15,000 for your vendor fee, right? So 200,000. So basically, you just got to get your helixes for less than 21,000 to make money for 10 of them. And right now, I haven't looked. I did this a little bit earlier today, so you can get all 10 of your helix hoses right here for less and flip and sell that. You got to have a little money to do it, obviously, but you're going to make 20 to 30,000 on that trade usually if you're buying your stuff for about 18,000. And if you can get them cheaper than that and just keep an eye on them and stock them up, that's the best way to do it. One of the best things to do with your helix hoses besides make M61 ammo. And that's kind of it. There are obviously other trades that make a bunch of money in here, but you got to be on top of it. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Questions in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. I'll kind of keep on top of these. If I see anything else pop up or they throw items in, some of these barter items they put in there are pretty new. They're not out there as far as people understanding them. And the more people figure them out, probably the less profitable they're going to be. It's just kind of how it works, which is a product of doing this. But I kind of want to share with what I know. There'll always be ways to make money in the flea market. It's just a matter of staying on top of it. So we'll see you guys in the flea market. Hope you're making money and being profitable.